I want to welcome everyone to our live Saturday morning presentation. We're going to be talking about the antioxidant power of Mistica and how to market Mistica. Last week, Tammy Hester did a fantastic job presenting the V3 system in Synergy Worldwide. That V3 system incorporates Mistica. Next week, we're going to do core greens, and we've done many different types of webinars and seminars with regards to the ProArginine Plus. That's the foundational, those are the three foundational products of the V3 system. And we're using the month of April to help you put together a marketing strategy that if you want to incorporate the V3 system into your synergy business, or if you want to focus on one particular product outside of ProArginine Plus, either Mistica or Core Greens, we want to be able to equip you with the tools and resources to be able to do that effectively. As you see on your screen, you should see something that says the antioxidant power of Mistica. I've created a new video. I uploaded it last afternoon to the Global Health Makeover YouTube site. So Bob, I know that you're on the call this morning. That's up there on your YouTube channel, and if you want to pull that URL off of that and add it to the Global Health Makeover channel so that people can also get access to the video on the Global Health Makeover channel. Because I can't play videos on the GoToMeeting platform, at least I can hear them but you can't, I'm actually going to go through the presentation so that you can see the presentation, you can see how the presentation is structured, and understand that as I go through this presentation, it's not your job to know all this information. Your job is to understand how to market this information. So your job is not to become an expert in terms of all the ingredients in Mistica and what they do. Your job is to understand how to market that and how to understand how Mistica is designed and what Mistica can do for people, so that you know when the opportunity presents itself how you can position Mistica to create the interest so that you can send them the link to the video and allow the video to do the heavy lifting for you. And so that process allows you to be able to use your tools more effectively and use your time more effectively. After we get done with the presentation, the slide presentation, we'll talk about marketing strategies, niche markets where this would apply to, and I have a very simple email that I've created that you can easily use with everyone in your contact database to present Mistica to them, and then allow them to contact you with regards to their interest in getting this product. We'll take the next 15 minutes, and I'm going to run through the video, well, not the video, but the slide presentation that incorporates this video that we've created for you. Here we go. Let me start off this video by asking you a question. Are you interested in slowing down the aging process? If you're like most of the 76 million baby boomers, then the answer is yes. But even if you're not a baby boomer, most people typically answer yes to this question. So, how do you slow down the aging process? Well, to answer that question, we need to go back to the year 1954, when at the University of California, Berkeley, Dr. Denham Harmon formulated what is now the most widely accepted theory on aging. It's called the free radical theory. Over the last 60 years, Dr. Harmon and a host of other scientists have clearly demonstrated how free radical damage at the cellular level is a major contributing factor in aging. And their work also clearly shows the benefits of antioxidants on reducing this damage. Now, before we get too far into our discussion, let's define free radicals and antioxidants. In very simple terms, a free radical is an atom or molecule that is missing an electron in its outer orbit. This makes it extremely unstable. It will try to steal an electron from a different atom or molecule to stabilize itself. This process causes the affected atom or molecule to become unstable and develop into a new free radical. It repeats this process to create a chain reaction that can cascade until the final free radicals steal electrons from the cell wall of some tissue. This results in damage to a living cell called cellular inflammation. This constant process of free radicals stealing electrons from living tissue results in the aging process we all experience, as well as being a major contributing factor for cellular inflammation that is the beginning stage of most diseases. An antioxidant is a molecule that freely gives away its outer electrons. It will give the free radical its needed electron to return it back to a stable compound. Now you might be thinking that the antioxidant will become a free radical. Here's the really impressive aspect of this process. Antioxidants don't become free radicals because they're stable in either form, with or without an even number of electrons in their outer orbit. This ability allows antioxidants to act as free radical scavengers to help prevent cell and tissue damage. Your daily consumption of foods that are high in antioxidants can be a big contributing factor in protecting you from the cellular damage caused by free radicals, and this can help slow down the aging process. It's with this in mind that a uniquely formulated product was created to make it convenient for you to consume these much needed antioxidants on a daily basis. Mistica from Synergy Worldwide has been shown to reduce free radical damage by as much as 43%. Think what you could do to help yourself stay young if you consistently used a product that could reduce free radical damage by as much as 43%. According to Dr. Norm Shealy, who conducted a trial to examine the effects of Mistica on free radical damage, quote, "The results of the study were so impressive that I am thoroughly convinced that Mistica is a powerful and effective antioxidant. Mistica can mitigate the effects of free radical damage in the body. This is the first and only example of a food supplement that I have found to have a significant impact on cellular membrane integrity." End of quote. To help you understand how Dr. Shealy came to this conclusion, here are 4 charts that compare Mistica to other antioxidant-rich beverages. Anthocyanin comparison. Anthocyanins impart color to plants, vegetables, and fruits. The deeper the color, the greater their antioxidant protection. This is why you want to eat the skin of vegetables and fruits. As you can see by the chart, Mistica clearly outperformed the other 6 products that were tested. ORAC comparison. ORAC is a measure of an ingredient's oxygen radical absorption capacity, which is a fancy way of saying how many free radicals can it protect you against from its antioxidant activity. As you can see by the chart, there was only one other product that came close to performing as well as Mistica. Total catechins comparison. Catechins are biologically active compounds found in plants that impart antioxidant protection. In this category, Mistica was clearly the winner, with only one other product that showed significant antioxidant protection in this area. Phenolics comparison. Phenolics are also biologically active compounds found in plants that impart antioxidant protection. As you can see by the table, all the products tested showed good results in this area. However, Synergy's Mistica had the highest activity. Mistica is a unique combination of nutritionally dense foods that supply your body with antioxidants, anthocyanins, essential fatty acids, and phytosterols to promote cardiovascular health and support the healthy immune system, all while protecting you against free radical damage. It starts with the Brazilian acai berry. According to Dr. Nicholas Perricone, from his best-selling book, The Perricone Promise, the Brazilian acai berry is, quote, "one of the most nutritious and powerful foods in the world," end of quote. According to Dr. Oz, acai has twice the antioxidant content as a blueberry. This main ingredient contains powerful antioxidants and anthocyanins, as well as naturally occurring array of essential fatty acids, amino acids, and plant sterols. Blueberry fruit. According to the USDA Human Nutrition Center, The blueberry rates as the #1 antioxidant in over 40 fruits and vegetables tested. This makes the statement by Dr. Oz about acai has twice the antioxidant content as a blueberry even more powerful. But by itself, the blueberry is an antioxidant powerhouse that helps control cholesterol, can slow down age-related mental loss, promote cardiovascular health, and improves eyesight and memory. Pomegranate fruit extract. This ingredient delivers antioxidant activity that was measured 3 times higher than red wine and green tea. It also improves the enzymatic activity of the endothelium to produce higher levels of nitric oxide, which is the master signaling molecule of your entire cardiovascular system. Pomegranate also helps the body regulate high cholesterol and heart health to support your cardiovascular system. Cranberry fruit. This ingredient is a rich source of several phytonutrients which have been found to promote urinary tract functions, support bladder health, reduce urinary infections, supports the body's defense against gastrointestinal viruses, promotes good cholesterol levels, and contains high amounts of antioxidants including anthocyanins. European elderberries extract. This nutrient is a rich source of anthocyanins and polyphenols to help boost the immune system. It also contains a considerable amount of vitamins A, B, and C, as well as flavonoids, carotenoids, and amino acids. Bilberry fruit extract. This ingredient contains flavonoid compounds called anthocyanidins, which are high in antioxidants, help to support vision health, prevent the formation of free radicals, promote healthy cholesterol levels, and can be an anti-inflammatory agent. Red raspberry fruit concentrate. This nutrient contains proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals to promote anti-aging. They are high in anthocyanins and also contain high levels of ellagic acid, which supports cellular health. Lycium fruit extract. This ingredient has a high content of beta-carotene, vitamins A, C, B1, B2, B6, and E to help improve vision acuity, enhance the immune system, protect against cellular damage, combat fatigue, treat dizziness, improve kidney, liver, and respiratory functions, and is considered to be an anti-inflammatory agent. Concord grape and red grapefruit concentrate. These two ingredients bring a spectrum of antioxidant power with high flavonoid content, vitamin C, anthocyanins, polyphenols, and potassium to promote cardiovascular and eye health and healthy cholesterol levels. Decaffeinated green tea leaf extract. This nutrient is a potent source of healing antioxidants and catechins to boost the immune system, contribute to heart health, and promote cellular health. When you combine all these ingredients into one powerful drink, you have a long list of health benefits. Reduces free radical damage, supports healthy heart, respiratory, liver, and kidney functions, contains essential fatty acids that aid in digestive tract functions, helps support a healthy immune system, helps reduce inflammation, supports proper circulation and immune function, enhances nitric oxide production for improved blood flow, helps maintain healthy cholesterol levels. Now, one final issue we need to address, and that's the cost of supplementing compared to eating fruits and vegetables. Most nutritional experts recommend a daily consumption of 5 to 8 servings of fruits and vegetables. So I went to the grocery store to see what it would cost me to slow down the aging process through food consumption. Not counting the calories or the preparation time, the actual produce ranged from 69 cents to $2.10 per pound. I estimated the average is about $1.10 per pound, and a half pound represents a serving. That would put 5 to 8 servings per day somewhere between $2.75 to $4.40 per day, or $82.50 to $132 per month. And when I went to the all-natural market to shop, it ran about 30% higher. Add to this my time travel and preparation time, and it becomes quite an investment to slow down the aging process. Or I could skip the grocery store, save myself travel and preparation time, and open up a bottle of Mistica. Usually sold as a 2-pack, this gives me 48 servings at an investment of $65 plus tax and shipping. So for less than $1.60 per day, I can get all of the above health benefits, slow down my aging, and improve my overall wellness. If this makes sense to you, and you see Mistica as a viable and convenient option to help you slow down the aging process and protect you from free radical damage, then please get back to the person who shared this video with you. They're passionate about helping others, and Mistica can be a foundational product on which to build a healthy life. Now, that's the presentation that you have. Currently, it's up on the Global Health Makeover YouTube website, and it's a non-branded version, which is what I gave to you today, so that when you get to the end of the video, you don't have any issues with regards to it being attached to me or anyone else in Synergy Worldwide. And then hopefully Bob Wishmeyer can load this video up onto the Global Health Makeover website, and you'll also have access to it through the Global Health Makeover website. Now, before we get into any marketing strategies or techniques, does anyone have anything that they would like to share from a testimonial standpoint about what Mistica has done for you?
Can you hear me, Dan?
Dan?
Yes, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
There's two people, so I'm not sure who was first. I heard Donald second.
Okay, so go ahead, Dave.
Well, in terms of a testimony, Dan, I can only say I've been taking Mistica for the last, say, at least 2.5 years, and I can say that people, will tell me that they will often talk about my skin being, very clear, very nice, and my vitality. I mean, if Mistica also, stops the aging process, it certainly helps the energy level too. Because together with Progenine Plus, I feel Mistica has really, really helped. From what your presentation shows, it makes sense what it's doing in terms of increasing the body's ability to maintain healthy cells and maintain good skin. So on my part, I'd say it's definitely helped.
Great, I appreciate that, David. Donald, you had some things that you wanted to share?
I certainly do, Dan, but it's not a personal testimony. It's a third-party testimony.
Those work?
Absolutely. And I might have shared earlier, some time ago, that I have a cousin who came back to Barbados with prostate issues. And when I found that out, I had heard of the acai berry and all that stuff, and I wanted to share with him what I'd heard about the product, and I gave him the Mistica. Now his regimen was going back to London every 4 months to see his doctor about checkups and stuff like that. And when I spoke to him in the, I should say, in the middle of last year, he indicated to me that on his last trip, his doctor suggested that rather than come back in 4 months, he can now come back in 8 months. And the doctor asked him what was he doing that showed such an improvement, and he did not at the moment declare what he was using because he was still skeptical. But what I want to say is that he has shown remarkable improvement, and he continues to use the product. So that's my third-party testimony. I've just brought a number of bottles down to Barbados with me, and I've got them in the local distribution store here, and I'm glad that this video is going to be up on YouTube before I leave. I'm going to be back in New York next week, so I would be able to go through with the attendants and the girls who are doing a wonderful job in marketing the Synergy products.
Great, thank you for
thank you,
Donald. Thank you for that. And as you were sharing, just the savings in terms of the airfare, since if he was having to go every 4 months, that's 3 trips a year. If he's going every 8 months, basically he's saved himself 2 airfare tickets, and that more than covers the cost of his Mistica from a health standpoint.
Absolutely.
Anyone else have anything that they would like to share with regards to Mistica before I move into doing some things with regards to marketing? Well, I'll share my testimonial with regards to Mistica. It has to do with boosting the immune system. So as you can see on the slide that's in front of you, there are 2 markets for this product. There's the anti-aging market that David spoke about in terms of helping people to slow down the aging process, because Mistica is clearly designed to help protect you from free radical damage. And then Mistica also helps to boost the immune system, and that's where my testimonial would fit in. My testimony centers around the year that Mistica came out. It came out in October. I don't remember the exact year, but I do remember that it was in October because my wife Sherry and I were taking a trip to Olivet Nazarene University to see our daughter Sarah to celebrate her birthday. And on the trip to the university, I had to stop at a drugstore to get some over-the-counter medication to help me with my allergies. My allergies were so bad that my eyes were watering, my nose was like a sieve, and I needed to get something to help me control that. When we got back, the package from Synergy Worldwide was on our doorstep, and we brought it in, and it had Mistica. And so I started to use Mistica fairly aggressively. I was taking 2 ounces twice a day, and I did that for 7 days in a row. And by the end of a week's time, my allergies were under control. And it reminded me of back when I was in my college days at Northern Illinois University. I saw a piece that came out of Canada in relationship to allergies and how they affect you. Allergies are the symptoms that you see from allergies has to do with your immune system. So if you can paint a picture in your mind of a lake and a dam and a stream. And so the dam controls how much water goes across it into the stream. And what happens is when allergies are those allergens that are in the air or in the environment, when it rains and all that rain comes down in the surrounding area, and that rain pours into the lake and raises the level of the lake, and so what happens is the water then easily spills over the top of the dam. And then the symptoms that you're seeing is all that spillage that's coming down in terms of what was a creek becomes a river, and that river is all those symptoms that you're seeing. Well, the way that you stop the symptoms is not to stop the rain, because the rain's going to happen. You're going to always be surrounded by allergens. The way that you stop the symptoms is that you build on top of the dam. So you build another course and another course on top of the dam so that the dam is higher, and so there's less chance, even when all the allergens and the rain are raining and filling that lake, it can't spill over the top of the dam because the immune system has been built to handle that. And that's basically what I see in Mistica. Mistica helped me build my immune system so that my immune system could handle the allergens that are around me. You know, the pollen that's out there in the air in the springtime and in the fall was worse for me. Fall was worse for me than what the springtime was, those allergens are all still there, but my immune system has been built to a higher level that I don't have the symptoms anymore. And so this whole aspect of using Mistica, I'm a firm believer in Mistica. I add it to my shake every morning, and if I ever feel like I'm getting some allergy symptoms, or if I'm feeling like I've got a scratchy throat, I'll go and take extra Mistica. I'll do a full shot glass outside of my shake. I'll do another shot glass or two for the course of that day to build my immune system, to allow my immune system to be able to overcome those allergens or overcome what's happening, so that my body's immune system can fight that and help me return back to good health. So I'm a firm believer in this product, and we've got two large marketplaces for this. We have anti-aging and we have immune system. There's so many people who are using over-the-counter medications to help them with their allergies, and all those medications do is mask symptoms. They don't do anything to boosting the immune system, and they don't do anything to help that person other than to mask the symptoms. So this product has two very large marketplaces. And if you're in conversation with people, just listen to them. You know, even if you just ask the question, hey, do you know anyone who's looking to slow down the aging process? And then be quiet after you ask that question and see how people respond. Or if you see a person who's got some itchy eyes and running watery red eyes, and that, hey, you look like you're suffering from allergies. What do you do to counteract that? Do you ever think about using something that might naturally address that? Great. Let me send you a video. There's a product in the marketplace that was specifically designed to help people in this area. And if it's all right with you, let me send you that video, and then you can decide if that's something that you might want to try from a natural standpoint to help you control your allergies. You know, that's that process of learning how to ask the right questions so that you have the opportunity to put in front of the person your tool. And the video is just a tool. And then you let the video speak to the person. And if it speaks to their needs, and you do your follow-up, and then you ask them not whether they liked the video, but what part of the video that you saw really spoke to you. Or if there was information in that video that really resonated with you, what was it? And what you're doing is you're not asking a yes or no question. What you're doing is you're asking a question that requires them to give you a thoughtful answer. And in that thoughtful answer, you begin to understand the direction that you need to go with that individual in terms of presenting additional information if necessary to help them see how the product could be beneficial to them. It has nothing to do with selling. It has everything to do with positioning information so that the information meets their need, and then they want to buy the product. Not because they feel like you've tried to sell it to them, but because you've met their needs. And in that process of meeting their needs, it's something that they want. And then, because everything in Synergy Worldwide, at least here in the United States, has a 120-day money-back guarantee, it's a product that they can put to the test. You know what the parameters of that test are going to be. And if it helps them, they'll want to continue. And if it doesn't help them, they can always get their money back. With regards to a simple email, here's a very simple email that you could send to everyone that's in your email database. Subject line, hey, are you still interested in slowing down the aging process? Question mark. Why do we use questions? Because anytime that you use a question, the mind demands an answer. So by positioning your conversations with people or positioning your subject line in an email with a person, you're asking a question, and in that question, the person wants to get an answer. So, dear John, I don't know about you, but I'm always searching for good nutritional products that can help me improve my health and slow down the aging process. I just came across a YouTube video for a product called Mistica that has been shown to reduce free radical damage by as much as 43%. Free radicals are a major factor in the aging process, so anything that helps to prevent this is a benefit to our health. Here's the link to the video. Check it out and let me know your thoughts. And I don't have any ending to this email because I just wanted to do the front half. You can choose how you want to do the bottom half. You can do the bottom half and I'll call you in a couple days, or you can just leave it as it is and allow that person to watch and then follow up with you as opposed to you following up with them. This email strategy is designed for you to push it out to everyone that's in your contact base. And then allow people who watch the video, and if it makes sense to them and this is the non-branded video, they can then respond back to you either through an email or through a phone call, because again, you'll have their email address and you can always add your phone number to the email. But it's an extremely simple strategy that doesn't require much time other than you to do it. And it has the potential for you to be able to start a conversation with an individual, and out of that conversation help them get onto a product like Mistica. Now, Mistica on a 2-bottle program is 48 servings. So basically that's about a month and a half for that individual. And if they like that product, they can always get onto a monthly auto ship for it as a preferred customer, or they could do every other month as a preferred customer. So the flexibility in terms of how you set this up, where you help that person, one, start on the product, and then if they start on the product, by following up to make sure how their kind of results that they got from it, and do they want to continue with it. And hey, in your preferred customer program, 2 things can happen. One, you're getting reward points that you can use down the road for free product. But if you decide to get into their monthly auto ship program, we could do this every other month so that it spreads out. You could do 1 bottle every month, 24 servings every month. That bottle takes you that set takes you for 2 months, and then you could do an auto ship that would run every second month. Synergy will then ship that to you, and you'll have those reward points that are building up, and you can then redeem those reward points down the road for free product. So again, it's all about helping that person understand how that product Mistica can fit into their health program to provide a benefit to them, and then at the same time be able to have the convenience of getting that product sent to them on a regular basis. Anyone have any thoughts or other suggestions that you might offer to the group with regards to marketing?
Dan, this is Bob. I don't have any suggestions, but I sure do appreciate the information you've prepared and presented today. I've already made some notes here to get this YouTube video sent out to several friends of mine, so thank you very much.
You're welcome, Bob. Thanks for the feedback. Anyone else with any information that you would like to share with us this morning before we say goodbye?
Just a quick addition, Dan, to what I said earlier.
Yes, go ahead, Dave, and then we'll go to Donald.
Yeah, Dan, I just wanted to let you know that since using Synergy products, and that includes Progenine Plus and Mistica and, of course, Core Greens, just making a note of what you said earlier about your allergies. For all my life, I've been an asthmatic. And up until, I'd say, 3 years ago when I started using Progenine Plus and taking Mistica 2.5 years ago, I used a product called Advair. It is a steroid-based inhaler that you take every day, and it serves as a blocker to artificially block things that you may be allergic to. And I used to remember I had that allergy product, if not an asthmatic problem, whenever I was near pets, whenever I was near dust, or just for certain times. And I had a problem sleeping because I would have a lot of just nasal buildup, and I would have to turn over and over in bed just to get some relief. Also, I would have to take an inhaler called albuterol, and that is for emergency situations where my asthma was just out of control. And for the last 3 years, when I go to check my checkups with my doctor, I have to, be honest with the doctor. You're not going to lie. I'd say, no, I haven't been taking it. And he says, well, why not? And of course I say, well, because of L-arginine. You know, Arginine Plus is the greatest thing in the world. And of course my doctor is smiles at me and says, okay, you know, that's okay. If it works for you. However, I warn you that one day if you're exposed to something, you're going to get an abrupt attack, asthma attack, and you wish you would have taken it. But thankfully it hasn't happened. And I was recalling, Dan, that I was at a customer's house the other day, and it stayed a long time, and she had a cat. Typically what would happen is my throat would get itchy, my nasals would, you know, my sinuses would just get crazy. And as you were talking, I realized that that's not happening. Not only am I not taking my medication, but for the asthma, but also I was not impacted. I should say, to be honest, I was impacted maybe 5 or 10% because I did feel it at the end of the 2-hour meeting. Nothing compared to how it was before. So when you're talking about increasing your immune system and building healthy cells, I've got to attribute it now to that. So it's going to be, it's great information on your video too, your presentation. Fantastic stuff that I'm putting together the pieces and seeing why all this makes sense. So again, thank you for that, and I just wanted to add that for what it's worth for everybody to know.
David, before you go off and before we go to Donald, as you were talking, I was writing some notes. So, David, you do a lot on social media, Facebook. Right there is a market and a testimonial. You could do something to this effect. I'm thinking off the top of my head right now. You could go on Facebook, hey, I was on a webinar over the weekend that talked about a product that I've been using, and it triggered a result that I've seen over the last couple of years that I didn't really realize. I used to have problems with my asthma, and I used to have to use steroid inhalers to help control it. I haven't had to use that for the last 2 years. Here's a link to a video about this product that I'm using. Maybe this product could help anyone out there that has asthma issues.
Sounds good.
You know,
we could work together, and yeah.
Yeah, and so from a marketing standpoint, asthma is another market that you can go. It's a market of the immune system, so it's a subcategory of the immune system, but that's a huge marketplace that you can go to because there's I'd have to Google and see how much the medical profession, the drug companies make every year off of asthma-related products, but I gotta believe it's close to $1 billion. And so there's a whole marketplace for you with a powerful testimonial, as you've shared with us today, that other people might want to experience what you've experienced by using Mistica.
That sounds like a good idea, Dan. I could work with you on that to put that together.
And thank you for sharing that, David, because two things happened.
Sure.
One is you saw a benefit and you shared it with the group, and out of that has come a marketing strategy that you and others could put into place. Now, maybe others don't have asthma issues, but the way other people would use it, hey, I was on a webinar over the weekend talking about a product called Mistica that prevents free radical damage and slows down the aging process. But David was on that webinar and he shared how Mistica helped him with his asthma and how in the last 2 years he hasn't had to use any of his steroid inhalers. So not only has it saved him money and also the negative effects of steroids, but he's been able to control his asthma through a natural way. Here's the link to the video that was presented to us. Maybe this information helps someone out there who has asthma.
And you're so right about the saving money, Dan, because that product quadrupled in price before I got off of it.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, David. And again,
Thanks,
you
Dan.
helped us understand another marketing strategy or technique. Donald, you were going to share something.
Well, I had a question, Dan. What I was trying to do is pull up the link on YouTube, and I wasn't getting there. So can you give me that direct link?
The one that you see on the screen right now?
Yeah, because I've got a meeting this afternoon with a couple who wants to know a bit more about Mistica.
Sure.
Specifically.
What I'll do,
And I wanted
Donald,
to,
since I've got your email, I'll go and I'll send you an email with this link.
Okay, great. I thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else have anything that you would like to share before we say goodbye for today? All right, I'll take it by the silence that we are done. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on our live Saturday morning presentation. Here in Chicago, it's going to be in the low 70s with sun all day, so we're going to spend most of the day outside. And I hope that the weather in your area will be just as nice. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed day.